thank you so much for joining me today. If you've subscribed already to the channel, thank you very much. And if you haven't subscribed, get over there, hit subscribe, and then get back down here on the mat. Let's work out. I'm starting all the way down on my rear. I'm going to slowly make my way down onto my back. Knees are going to be bent. Take a little minute to just find your happy place. Feel the ground underneath you. And I want you just to inhale, shrug your shoulders all the way up to your ears. Exhale, reach your arms long down by your side. Hold it right there. We're just doing one of those. And this time I want you to inhale into your rib cage. And exhale all the air out of your lungs. Feel your ribs settle into the mat. I have a nice neutral spine and neutral pelvis, which means nothing's tilted, and there's a little space between my lower back and the mat right here. And you're just breathing into your rib cage. And exhale. That's going to be the lateral breath, intercostal breath. It's going to take us through our little Pilates session today. And ultimately, I want you to just keep breathing, but that breathing really helps keep your abdominals have a chance to be nice and strong and be able to function and still find some breath. Let's get moving. Inhale into your rib cage. On the exhale, rock your hips. Pull your lower back into the mat and peel and curl your hips all the way up to the ceiling. Press your arms into the mat. Hold here at the top. Inhale and exhale. Articulate all the way down, taking your time. One vertebra at a time gets to come down onto the mat. Keep those arms pressing into the mat. Get that oppositional force. Really make sure that lower back gets to come down in a curl, not a big chunk. Uncurl completely at the bottom. Inhale. On the exhale, no butt, all abs. Rock your hips. Peel and curl all the way up to the top. I have energy between my knees. Reach your knees to the other side of the room. Hold and articulate all the way down. And uncurl all the way. One more time, make it a yummy one. Rock your hips, peel and curl all the way up to the top. Hold it here. Arms are going to float over your head just to add a little extension in your upper back and your shoulders. Feel that length in your neck. I have my eyes closed because I really want to just feel this movement throughout your body. Play with closing your eyes. I trust that you are a good listener. Open them if you have to, but I know you can listen. Arms are going to float right back down by your side. Right leg comes into tabletop and left leg comes into tabletop. Tap that right toe down and bring it right back up. And left toe taps and bring it up. And right. And left. Your abdominals are nice and active right from the get-go here. We're moving with intention. Your legs are along for the ride. Every time you pull that knee up, find that connection deeper into those abdominal muscles, keeping them nice and strong. One more time right. One more time left. Hold it at the top. Glue those knees together. Float your arms up to the ceiling. Palms are going to face each other. Shoulders are pressing down towards your hips. Head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Reach those fingertips to the other side of the room. Hands come up to the ceiling and head comes down. Head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Reach those fingertips all the way to the other side of the room. Hands come up and head comes down. And lift it up. Hands come up and head comes down. One more time, just like that. Starting to warm up those abdominal muscles, the core muscles, and hands come up and head comes down. Arms are going to float out to the side, keeping those knees glued together nice and tight. Pick your left hip up, float those knees over to the right. Shoulders quiet on the mat and pull it back to center. And take it over to the left and pull it back to center. And take it over to the right. Side of your waist pulls it back to center and floating over to the left and pull it back to center. From here, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Grab the backs of your legs. From here, look over your right shoulder. Look over your left shoulder. Come back to the middle. Arms and legs go long. Find that length in your body. Hold it here for just a little bit. Reach right out of your fingers and right out of your toes. Belly button's pulled in and pull it right back in. And reach and bring it in. And reach, and reach, and reach. Inhale, reaches it out. Exhale, pulls it in. And inhale, and exhale. Hold it with everything in. Both hands go on that right leg. Extend your left leg and switch and switch. And interlace your hands behind your head. And I want you to get those legs all the way to the other side of the room. So I'm getting the most out of my little short inseam legs. Totally content with my short legs, but I am getting the most out of what I got, that's for sure. And reach and reach. So if you have long legs, get them out there. And if you have short legs, get the most out of what you got. And keep those legs going out of rotation. Cross, cross, cross. I am totally content with being vertically challenged. Love it. But you got to get the most out of what you got. And wrap, and wrap. Let's do 4 more. And 3. And 2. One more time, each side, come back to the center, head comes down for just a quick rest. We're not going too far. Rib cage is still engaged, abdominals are still engaged, rib cage is still down, head, neck, and chest lifts right back up. From here, press those legs out. As you pull your knees in, rotate your torso towards the right. Press your legs out, pull those knees in, torso comes to the left. And press it out and wrap. Apparently the abs are getting warmed up real quick here. And press it out and pull it in. One more time, staying lifted as you come through the center. Take it to the left. Press it out in the center. Pull everything back to the center. Once again, head comes down for a quick break. Maybe a nice inhale. And an exhale. One more inhale. On the exhale, head, neck, and chest lifts right back up to that position. Make sure you're looking up at the sky, not at your belly button. Have a little space between your chin and your chest. From here, legs float up to the ceiling. They're gonna lower down, bend, come right back in. Straighten them up, lower down, and pull it in. One more time in this direction, and pull it in. Let's do the other direction. Press it out. It's gonna float up and bend into tabletop. Press it out. Bring it up and bend. One more time, press it out, bring it up and bend. Head comes down, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little heck yeah, because you just survived that turning on of your abdominal muscles. And right foot comes down to the mat, left foot comes down to the mat. Arms are gonna come right down by your side. Let's rock your hips. Peel and curl all the way up to the top. Press those arms really tight into the mat. Lower your hips a smidge. Tuck a whole heck of a lot more. Make sure you have pressure on your big toe, little toe, your heel. And again, I'm gonna close my eyes. I just wanna feel my body moving, and I trust your listening skills, so give it a shot. Hips are gonna stay nice and level. I want you to float that right leg up to tabletop. Tap that toe down, bring it right back up. And tap, bring it up, and tap, and up, and tap. The sides of your waist, your obliques are working hard to keep your hips up there level. And I want you to feel the left side of your glutes and your hamstrings firing on that left side. Let's do one more time. Hold that right leg up at tabletop, extend it up to the sky, flex your foot, and point your foot, and flex your foot. And I'm really articulating, getting those toes and your whole foot moving, all those bones. Feels good to move all the way through that foot and that heel. Hold the flex and give me a little press up, and press, and press, and press. Press, press. 4, 3, 2, last one, bend into tabletop, float it down to the mat, and articulate all the way down through your spine. We'll get ourselves set to do the other side. Arms are still pressing into the mat. Rock your hips, no butt, all abs in this initial rock. Peel and curl all the way up to the top. Let's make sure we're set and ready to move. Lower your hips a smidge, tuck even more. Pressure on your big toe, your little toe, your heel. Hips stay nice and level. Float that left leg up to tabletop. And we're gonna tap it down, bring it right back up. And tap, bring it up. And tap, and bring it up. If you need some breath pattern to help you, you're gonna inhale as you go down, exhale, pulls it up. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Hold it up at the top. Flex, bring that leg all the way up to the ceiling. Flex your foot and point and flex and point and really move through your toes, through your ankle, through your toes, everything, every part of your foot. So not about the flex or the point, but everything in between. Hold the flex and give me a little press up and press, 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 press. And I feel the right glutes firing. You're welcome. If that's what if you're saying thank you to me, I can feel it. I know you're saying thank you. I just know it. And hold right there. Bend that leg into tabletop. Float it down to the mat and slowly articulate down. Oh, that feels good. Legs go flat on the mat. Arms float up to the ceiling. Shoulders are pressing towards your hips. Rib cage is down on the mat. Palms are facing each other. Squeeze those legs together. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat, and exhale, rolls it all the way up. Belly button stays pulled back behind you, and let's take it right back and down. And inhale, bring it up, and round it up and forward. Rib cage is lifted up off your hip bones. Shoulders are out of your ears. And coming back with nice, beautiful control. Remember, if this roll-up is challenging, I have a little modification video that you can totally check out because we want to create this forward pattern. You can try bending your knees, grabbing your legs if you need to, putting a roll behind your lower back. All sorts of little magic tricks to get you stronger, for sure. One more time. Inhale, bring it all the way up, rounding up. I want you to stay here in this little C curve. You have your abs are pulled backwards, belly button's pulled backwards. Just bring your hands right down next to your side. Scoot your hips, don't change much of your body. A little bit forward. You're gonna stay back behind your tailbone. Toes are gonna come so they're just tickling the mat. Hands get to grab your shins. Looking into your belly button. Rock back, stay off your neck and your head. And come right back up to that balance point. Lots of abdominal muscles. Whew, I'm in a funny crack in the tile. It's making me go a little wonky. Just adding a little more fun to my rolling like a ball. Let's do 2 more. Make sure you don't have too much of a death grip on those shins. They're very light. You're using more work into your abdominals than putting it into your shins. One last one. Take it back. Bring it forward, hold it right here. Bring those legs up to tabletop. Grab the backs of your legs if you would like a little more challenge. Reach those arms to the other side of the room and slowly, with control, lower yourself down. Your shoulder blades just touch. Legs come into a good tabletop. Right leg goes up to the ceiling. Left leg goes long. Give me a little pulse. Pulse and switch. Pulse, pulse, switch. My leg is grabbing my calf. I'm not yanking on my leg though. I'm using my abdominal muscles to do a little extra pull and a little extra pull. Keep going just like this. Interlace your hands behind your head. Nice and controlled with those legs. And let's do it. Let's add a rotation. Cross it over. And cross. And cross. And cross. And 4, 3, 2, last one. Both legs come up. Bend your knees. Head comes down. Hug your knees into your chest. I've gotten all cattywampus on my mat. Please hold. Okay. And then from here, those legs are going to float right back up into a good tabletop. Arms are down by your side. Extend those legs up to the ceiling. And I want you to keep your legs exactly the same length, which means you're lifting your hips. We're going to start lifting your right hip. Float those legs over to the left. Your lower back stays on the mat as you bring those legs down and around. A nice, beautiful half circle over to the right side. Cut it back to center. Take it to the right. Lower back stays down. Coming down and over to the left and cut it. Take it over to the left and lower it down and cut it. One more time to the right. Bring it all the way down and around and cut it back to center. Right leg comes, legs come into tabletop. Right leg comes down onto the mat. Grab a hold of that knee. I'm going to inchworm myself back up onto my mat. I'm all over the place today. Grab a hold of that knee, cross it over your body. Let that arm reach out in the opposite direction. Have a nice good inhale and a nice loud exhale. Every time you exhale, I want you to think about just relaxing a little deeper into this stretch and this twist. On the next exhale, you're going to bring that leg slowly back to center. Left leg goes long, right leg comes up. Grab a hold of that knee, cross it over your body. Let that arm reach in the opposite direction. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Settling a little deeper into that twist, that stretch. Just feel your spine and your lungs get wrung right out. And again, I'm closing my eyes. See if you can have just finding quiet little moments of Zen wherever I can, even if it is for a few breaths at a time during the day. On the next exhale, pull that leg back to center. Right leg is in tabletop. Left leg comes up to tabletop. Head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Grab the backs of your legs and press to sit all the way up. We are going to go right on our side. I'm going onto my elbow. Actually, I lied. We're going on our hand. It's going to be out a little farther than your shoulder. Knees are bent. My top foot's in front of my bottom leg. Lifting up right out of your waist. Put some energy into this. It's not just sitting around watching Saturday morning cartoons. We are being active even just sitting around like this. Here we go. We're going to be pushing our torso up over that hand. You're going to come up to a T. Hold it there. Inhale. And exhale, lower yourself right back down. And once again, I have my left hand down. If you want to mirror me, it's my right. I'm going to get confused myself on that one. I'm going to stop and come right back up to the T. I need to make a decision to either mirror you or tell you I'm on my left hand. I apologize. And bend. And come right back up. Hold it right here. You're going to rotate right into a plank. That top arm comes down. And just find that beautiful plank. Hands are right underneath your shoulders. You're in a little L shape with your pointer finger and your thumb. Belly button's tight to your spine. Neck is beautifully long. Hover that right foot off the mat and give me a little lift. Lift, 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 lift. And 4, 3, 2, last one. Float that foot down and left foot hovers and lift. Lift, getting those glutes a little active by lifting it higher than your rear. My hips are not lifting, it's just that foot above my rear. Feel all the co-contraction going on. 3, 2, 1, put that foot down and lower ever so slightly. Slow, with control, all the way down to the mat and coming all the way down. Whew. Thank goodness, you think I was gonna make you push back up? Not today, maybe tomorrow. From here, I just want you to bring those arms right down on your thighs. I have my shoulders lifted a little bit. I'm staring right above the mat, right at the mat. Hip bone and pubic bone are pushing into the mat. Pick your shoulders up a little bit and reach farther down towards your feet, getting that external rotation. And from here, inhale, lift your torso up, and exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lifts it up, and exhale, lowers it down. I want you to think about going for length instead of height. And lower down. One more time, lift it up, hold it right here. My palms are still flat on my thighs. Lift your shoulders up. Reach a little farther down towards your feet. Hover your legs just off the mat. Give me a little flutter kick. Flutter, flutter, flutter. Flutter, 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 flutter. Keep those legs fluttering. Bring those arms out to the side like an airplane. Feel that length in your body still. Length instead of height, staying lifted off the mat. Let those arms travel over your head. Now you're Superwoman, Superman, super person. You're just super. Keep breathing. Those legs are fluttering. Hands come back to that T, back to that airplane. They're gonna come back down, reaching towards your feet, palms facing the ground. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale, lower all the way down. Hands come right underneath your shoulders. Push yourself up onto your hands and knees. I'm going to separate my knees about the width of the mat. Toes are going to stay together and sit right back and enjoy a stretch. And slowly walking those hands in, back up to a seated position. It's getting warm in here. I'm gonna flip myself right around to the other side. So we're gonna do our side lifts, our side planks from this side. Once again, your hand is right outside of your shoulder. The top leg is in front of the bottom foot, and you're gonna be pushing yourself over your hand. I want nice, good support for that shoulder. So that's what we're aiming for. From here, lifting all the way up. Find that length in your body. Hold, inhale, and exhale, lower it right back down. And from here, lift all the way up, and exhale, lower it down. One more time. Did we only do 3 on the other side? I think we only did 3. So I guess we're only doing 3 on this side. From here, we're gonna rotate right into that plank again. Top hand rotates around. Separate those hands so they're right underneath your shoulders. And from here, right knee comes into your chest and press it right back out. And left knee comes in and press it out. And let's cross your body. And cross. Take your time, get that knee all the way to that opposite elbow. It takes a little extra contraction of those abdominal muscles, core muscles. You're doing a co-contraction with the plank. One more time, left. Hold it right there. Let's do one more of these. Bend your elbows. Nice, slow, steady, all the way down. And from here, coming onto your elbows, right underneath your shoulders, lifting your chest and shoulders up. Belly button's pulled tight to your spine. Right arm reaches over your head and lower it down. And left and lower it down. And right and left. Your job is to stay right on the midline. It's a lot easier if you're letting yourself sag over to one side or the other of that supporting elbow. That's not the goal. We're going to stay in the middle and really find that extension. Reach and reach. One more time, right. One more time, left. And lower that chest down. Push yourself up onto your hands and knees and onto a nice, beautiful quadruped position. Knees are right underneath your hips. Hands are right underneath your shoulders. And you're going to tuck your tail, look into your belly button, and then uncurl, extend your chest forward. And tuck. And uncurl. And tuck. And uncurl. This time I want you to push your rib cage up over to the right as your head drops. Come down in the center and rib cage goes up over to the left. And down in the center. This time push it up over to the right. Stay high. Rib cage comes all the way around to that left side and then drops through the center. It's just your rib cage moving. It's not your hips. Arms are still straight. Let your head kind of follow your spine line. It lifts as you drop your rib cage down and comes around. Let's switch directions. Push it over to the right. Drop it through the center. Circle it around. Just close your eyes. Find the little yumminess of this move. It should feel good as you're stretching your back, your chest, the sides of your waist. Maybe your QL in there a little bit. And coming all the way up to the top, uncurl your spine so you're in a nice neutral position. Curl your toes underneath you. Shoot your hips all the way up to the sky. Just exhale into that little down dog. Here's the down dog portion of your day. Bend your right knee and your left and your right and left. Keep wiggling it out just a little bit, whatever you need. I have pressure on my fingertips and the palms of my hands so that my wrists don't just get the brunt of it. Hold both heels back. Take your time. Walk your feet to your hands and sit all the way down. And we're gonna do a little seal puppy, just because I'm feeling it. So sitting back behind your tailbone, legs lift up so you're making a beautiful diamond. Hands come right through the center, wrap around, grab your feet on the outside, and give me 3 little taps with those feet. 1, 2, 3, rock back, staying off your neck and your head. Hold for 1, 2, 3, bring it forward. 1, 2, 3, take it back. 1, 2, 3, and forward. 1, 2, 3, with nice control. I know you've got it. No death taps here. Nice and controlled. 2, 3, come forward. 2, 3. And with that, you are done. Take on the rest of your day or night, whatever you have ahead of you. I hope that your body feels stronger for this. I will see you tomorrow. And again, hit subscribe. See you soon.